I'm Kathy from Nutrient Wonder Hub. Thanks for joining me as we're doing this little experiment called a treasure stone. We are going to mix up the dough, put in a dinosaur or a special rock, maybe even a coin inside. We're going to bake them and then you get to crack them open just like it's a special fossil or something that you found. So that's what we're up to, treasure stones. These are the materials that we're going to need to make our treasure stones. You're going to need a bowl to mix everything in, 1 cup of flour, doesn't matter what kind, I'm using whole wheat flour, 1 cup of sand, and if you don't have sand, you can use cornmeal, 1 cup of used coffee grounds, and a 1/2 cup of salt. So those are the first 4 ingredients that we're going to put together. Then over here I've got, you can use a 1/2 cup to a cup of water depending what consistency you want your stone to be. Then I've got little dinosaurs here, little plastic toys, a coin, I've got like a jewelry type stone. You can put Lego, whatever you like inside. We need an oven to bake this at a very, very low temperature. I've got a cake pan here with tin foil that I'm going to put them on. Another thing that might be helpful is for when they come out of the oven, or if you choose not to cook them, is to have a cookie sheet rack so that air can get in underneath and that they can dry properly. Okay, let's make some treasure stone. All right, we've got all our ingredients. Let's get started. I'm going to pour this 1 cup of flour. I used whole wheat. 1 cup of used coffee grounds. Gonna add some good color and smell in there. 1 cup of sand. If you don't have sand, you can use cornmeal. And then we've got 1/2 cup of salt. And we're going to mix these 4 ingredients. Whoa, don't have a spoon here. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my spoon. So now I can do some work. Here, mix it all up. It almost looks like an Oreo cookie crumb mixture, but trust me, it's not worth tasting at all. So I'm going to start by putting in about 1/2 cup of water. I'm going to slowly add more water until I get it to the right consistency of like a cookie dough almost. If it's too dry, you can add some more water. If it's too wet, you can add some more flour. So what you want is you're going to want to be able to make a ball out of it. We're going to roll it. We're going to roll it and we're going to put our little treasure in the middle of it. And then we're going to cook it. Now you have the choice, if you don't want to cook it, you can just leave it, lay it out on a cookie sheet and let it dry, turn it over a couple times a day until it's fully dry. But if you want to play with it and crack them open sooner than a couple days, then you can put it in the oven on a very low heat. Okay, now I'm really going to encourage everybody to wash all your utensils in your bowls afterward, because with this sand, it's not going to be that tasty for the next thing you serve in the bowl. Okay, so now I've got it to a good consistency. I'm going to see if I can make some treasure stones now. So I'm going to take a dinosaur to start with. And I'm going to cover the dinosaur. I'm going to make a ball. I'm going to make sure that the tail's in there. And then I'm going to put it on my tin foil sheet. I'm going to take a piece of Lego and make another treasure stone in there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a loonie and put a loonie in this one here. Now this dough is a little bit wet. I might have to put it in the oven for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to put in one of these one of these sort of heart-shaped glass things. I'll put them in here. So with this recipe, you can make approximately 4 to 5 big treasure stones. If you're going to use smaller little prizes, you can actually make more with a batch like this. But I think I might be able to get 5 out of this batch. Let's put this one in. See if we can cover all that up. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the oven at a low heat, 175, and put it in there for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes until it's cooked. Now it's like a cookie. You don't want it overly soft because it'll just crumble, but you also don't want to burn it. So somewhere in between there. My last batch that I made, I cooked them about 30 minutes at a very low heat. So let's head off to the oven and let's put these in and then see what we'll have in half an hour. Okay, so we've got our treasure stones out of the oven. I would suggest you let them dry or let them cool down before you give them to your children to open up. Now, because they're freshly out of the oven, they're soft, and I can easily break them apart and find the treasure inside. These that I made several weeks ago and have been just air drying, I'm going to need a hammer to open those up. So this might be something you might want to do outside if you're going to let them really harden, but the soft ones, that can be done inside. And I hope you enjoy making these treasure stones. And if you're interested in more experiments or more activities like this, go to our Facebook page or join us on wonderhub.ca.